Punta Mita. Hey, here's what I will tell you. You guys, I've been in this industry, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. Let me just do this really quick. Um, you know, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Mindy Diebel, and I've been in this industry now for almost 2 decades. Can you believe that? So I'm aging myself big time here. But I live in Boise, Idaho. And I had no idea the opportunity I had in my hands when I first got started. I was a preschool teacher. I was working full time. So, any of you that are busy, I want you to know that you absolutely can do this. If you treat this seriously, if you treat this like a multi-million dollar business, I'm going to give you a game plan on how to make it happen. But um, I really hadn't ever traveled, definitely not out of the country, but really not even throughout the United States. I didn't have a lot of connections, but I had huge dreams. I wanted to make some things happen. And my first 4 months, I really struggled because I treated it like a hobby. There were things that I could run for, and I would kind of dip my toe in it, do a little bit, but I wasn't consistent. And today I'm going to lay something out for you. If you're consistent and persistent every single day, if you just do the little things that I talk to you about, or weekly, whatever it is, but you get a game plan where you just stay consistent, you do what you say you're going to do, okay? You can go create whatever you want, because I always say it's not about your ability, it's about your commitment. And for me, I had the ability, I just didn't have the commitment for my first 4 months. And then I got totally serious and I decided these are the things I'm going to do every single day. No matter what, I'm not going to let my head hit the pillow till I get these things done. And you guys, within a matter of 60 days from making that one commitment, we absolutely exploded. I went from nothing happening in my organization to over 300 people joining within 60 days with massive momentum, brought in 1,000 people the following month after that, and then just rose straight to the top of the company, built a multi-million dollar business. But how did I do that? It was a game plan, like I'm going to share with you today, and then being 100% consistent and persistent. This industry, I think I've now been on over 40 retreats because of just making a decision to do it. Like, we've traveled the world on somebody else's dime. And so I want you to know that no matter who you are, if you've been in the business for a really long time, or this is your brand new, your first day in getting started, each and every one of you have the ability to be in Punta Mita and have the ability to make an extra $5,000 a month if you just get determined. And I promise you, in 4 months, you're going to be so grateful that you do this. So, are you guys ready? Are you ready to find out? If you're ready to be in Punta Mita, if you are committed to making it happen, and if you can commit, I'm just going to say this, if you can commit to 7 hours a day, or 7 hours a day, 7 hours a week, 7 hours a week, if you can commit to 7 hours a week, and I promise you, if you're thinking in your head, I don't have 7 hours a week, I'm just going to take all those excuses from you, because when I first got in this industry, okay, I had a full-time job. I was working full-time. I was a preschool teacher. My husband owned two companies, basically. He was gone all the time. So I was kind of like single mom. At that time, I had 4 kids that were under 13 years old. So nobody drove. They were in a million activities. And it was like absolutely insane for me to think about doing anything else. But I knew if I didn't do something else, I was always going to have the same results, right? How many of you agree with that, right? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And so I knew I had to make changes. And one of the things that I did to absolutely explode is I decided, okay, I'm going to fit this in the cracks of my life. I'm going to look at my schedule and I'm going to see where I have slack and where I can put time into this. And do you know that I found 15 hours a week that I could put into this? And when I found that time, I actually scheduled it out in my schedule. I got my family all involved and I said, listen, here's what we're going to do. We're going to Punta Mita. Okay, this is what I would do. I would pull your family together and say, I'm going to Punta Mita. We're going to make this happen. And if you have kids, get your kids excited about a little something that you're going to do for them or with them when you hit these goals. Like if you have an extra $5,000 a month, okay, would that be exciting during the holidays to be able to do something with your family? I just want you to think about what you could do. For us, we had never taken our kids to Disneyland ever. I live in Boise, Idaho, never been to Disneyland. And so that was our goal many years ago. We told the kids when we do this, we're going to Disneyland. And they were so excited. They were like, Mom, you got to go do another meeting. You got to make that happen. We had a little thermometer. Like if you have to do a thermometer for your kids, your run to whatever it is. Ours was run to Disneyland. We had 3 different lines, okay, just like you have 3 different lines. And there was a certain amount of volume that we had to create in each line. So we filled that in. And every day the kids were filling that in. And they were like, Mom, you got to go do another meeting. So if you have kids, and you're worried about your kids, okay, or you're worried or they're struggling with you doing meetings, get them involved, get them excited. My kids wanted me to do meetings because we were going to go to Disneyland. And then we went to Disneyland. And do you know, today we've been able to send well, first of all, the sacrifice was worth it. So if you do have kids and you're worried about this, okay, we have been able to take our kids and travel all over the world because of this industry. We've been able to do things that I never thought were possible and wouldn't have been possible had we not made this consistent commitment to making it happen. So you have what it takes. You've just got to get serious. You got to find that time. I found time that I was just I was watching TV or I was doing other things that I thought, I didn't have any time. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I have so much time. I have so much time. I have 15 hours a week that I can put into this. So I'm going to show you something that if you just have an hour a day, okay, this could change everything for you. So I'm going to pull this up because we're going to talk about Punta Mita. Now you actually can empower players. We just posted this little thing. So it has all the points, everything that you need, okay, to know like how to earn points, everything that you need to know to get to Punta Mita. But I'm going to lay out these, the points and everything, how I would do this if I were you, so that you can not only be in Punta Mita, but also add an extra 25,000 in volume to your organization. Or if you're just getting started, go Sapphire. Okay. Go Sapphire. Sapphire is $5,000 a month. So just by following this game plan, you can do both with an hour a day. Okay. So let me show you how. First of all, I want to say one more thing, because some of you are on this line and you're like, okay, that sounds great, but I'm not super connected. Like, I don't know a ton of people. I'm giving you all of my excuses that I had many, many years ago. Okay. Many, many years ago, my whole family thought I was crazy to be doing this, to be in this industry. Some of my closest friends, they said, if it's network marketing, I don't want anything to do with it. And so I remember giving myself those excuses, but I realized that my excuses weren't making me any money. They weren't taking me to the top. And once you make a definite decision to do something, you guys, the universe responds. The resources will come to you. The ideas will come to you. The people will come to you to make it happen. For me, that's exactly what happened. My first 4 months, I struggled. And then I made a definite decision. I'm doing this. I found 15 hours a week on my schedule. And you know what? All of a sudden, people started coming to me. all of the sudden ideas started to come to me that I'd never thought of before. And most of my contacts, when we exploded, actually were cold market. So I just want you to know that no matter how you do this, I don't care how you do it. For me, many years ago, we didn't even have social media. I'm going to show you how, through social media or like belly to belly, it doesn't matter. You can absolutely do this. But for me, many years ago, I thought of home shows, okay? Because I was a vendor at home shows when we owned our traditional business. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, there's all of these business owners there. They're all wanting to make more money. They're all pushing, like hustling for business, just like I was. I am going to go to these home shows. I'm going to grab business cards. I'm not going to talk to them there. I'm just going to grab business cards. And if I notice something about them, I'm going to write on the back of the business card. When the home show is done, I'm going to call them and connect. And that's exactly what I did. And you guys, I got a stack of business cards. I went back 2 days later. I started calling, hey, this may sound totally crazy. I ran into you at the home show and you came across as a sharp business person. I'm going to ask you a crazy question. Do you keep your business options open? Some said yes, some said no. It didn't matter. But do you know that from that one idea and from that one deal that I did, okay, it took me a couple of hours to get those cards, then making those calls. It led me into a massive organization into Arizona that eventually led me all the way into Hungary, bringing in over 2,000 people a month in Europe because of making a decision, going to a home show, grabbing some business cards, and deciding that I wasn't going to take my excuses anymore. Okay, so are we all in? No more excuses? You're ready to rock and roll? You know that once you make the decision, the people, the resources, the ideas, everything will come to you, okay? All right, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to pull up a plan for you. And I'll put this plan in Power Players so you'll have it and you can follow it. But I'm just going to talk to you about it so that it can make sense for you on what to do. Let me see if I can pull this up. I don't know if I can. Oh, I think I can right here. Okay. Hopefully you can see that better. Okay. Okay, so this is how simple this is. First of all, everybody should be at Trinot Academy in Vegas. I mean, like, look, if you are building a multi-million dollar business or you're building a business to make $5,000 a month, okay, let's say that you've decided it doesn't have to be a multi-million dollar business. I just want to make an extra $5,000 a month. You've got to get around the top producers. Okay, you've got to learn how they did what they did. How did Bree Richardson, rise to the top? What are the things that she's doing every single day? You're going to get the tools, the resources, how to close, how to follow up, how to recruit. I will tell you, for me, the reason why I am where I am is because I really got serious about going to events. And so, like, it's not a matter if you're going to be there. Just figure it out today. Decide I'm going to be at Trinot Academy. I'm going to register for that. That's going to get you 500 points for doing that. And then the key is, and I think I talked about this on Mojo Monday, the key is getting as many people as you can to that event. I got serious about events and I wanted to own every event. Like I was looking to see how many people do I have in this line, and this line at this event. You should be looking like right now on this call. How many people do you have in each line listening to this, hearing the vision of what they can go create so that you can, make the business bigger than yourself and just go do some big things. Be thinking about that. So get as many people as you can at Trinot Academy. You should be there as well. But that's going to give you 500 points just by registering for Trinot Academy. Okay. And then from now through September 1st, we have 90 days. 90 days to do some big things. Now, to qualify for this, you have June, July, August, September. You have till September 30th to make this happen. However, you're going to want to give yourself some time to close people into the business, to follow up, because not everybody, the day that you ask them to look at an opportunity, are they joining that day, right? It might take 3 to 4 follow-ups, sometimes 10 follow-ups for them to finally join. So you want to give yourself some grace and time to get these associates in, to get these people in. But from now through September 30th or September 1st, okay, so 90 days. Now through September 1st, there are 90 days to make some massive things happen. If every day you just committed to asking 10 people a day to look at the business. Now, 10 asks are actual asks, okay? Listen, I came across your profile. I absolutely love, the things that you're doing, okay? Maybe on Facebook, it can be LinkedIn, it can be anywhere, but be connecting every single day and then decide that you're going to ask 10 people to look at Trinot. It can be at home shows. It can be what I did many, many years ago. If you're not doing this on social media, I don't care how you do this. Ask 10 people a day to look at Trinot. Listen, this may sound totally crazy. I'm working on a project. I'm looking for, key people like yourself, positive, motivated people like yourself. Notice some strengths that they have and share that with them and say, do you keep your business options open? If it was something that you could work around your busy schedule, earn something part-time, full-time, whatever it is, to keep your business options open. I don't usually say all that. This is what I say to everybody. This is my $1 million question. I've done this. It's made me millions of dollars to ask this one question. I'm working on a project. I'm looking for key people like yourself, motivated, driven, whatever you notice about them, positive, people, whatever they are, okay? Do you keep your business options open? It's that simple. If you put no emotion into it and you ask 10 people a day, by September 1st, you would have asked 900 people that one question. Now, here's what I can tell you. If you ask close friends, okay, or people that you know, warm market, people that already know you, love you, trust you, these numbers are going to be greater than what I share with you right now. I'm sharing with you right now, if these were cold market people, if you ask 900 people by September 1st, 20% of them will look at it if it's cold market. Okay, you'll get about 20%. So 180 presentations should happen from 900 asks on cold market. Now, if 10% of those 180 presentations actually join, you would sign up 18 associates. How many of you believe that you could get committed to 10? I want you to drop a 1 in the chat if you believe you could get committed to 10 asks a day by through September 1st. Now, here's what I can tell you. I've rolled this out many times. Any of you top leaders that are on, I bet you would also say the same thing. Let's see. Oh, we have Bree Richardson on. Bree, I bet that you would say that you've rolled these things out before, right? And not everybody, a lot of people say, I'm committed, I'm ready to go that first day. But the winners, the ones that actually make it happen, are the ones that say, I'm committed every single day, even when it's hard, even when, they're tired, or even when, something crazy comes up, right? Commitment is doing the thing you said you were going to do long after the feeling or the excitement or the mood has left you. That's commitment. Yep. Bree's saying 100% true, right? So I know each and every one of you have the ability, but it's those that are consistent and committed no matter what. So the key is having that time that you're going to do this every single day and then just doing it. Like, do not let your head hit the pillow until those 10 asks are done. Okay, but I'm going to go back to this so that you can see how powerful this is. Okay. So through September 1st, you do 90 days of 10 asks a day. That's 900 asks. 20% of them are going to be presentations. Okay. So let's say that out of the 900 asks times 20%, you would have 180 presentations by, September 30th. If 10% join, 18 associates you're going to join. So you will bring in 18 personals by September 30th. If out of those 18 associates, 9 sign up on the Elite Pack, because you get 500 points for every personal that comes in on the Elite Pack, you would bring in 4,500 points. And then if another 9 of those associates come in on the starter pack, then the starter pack is 150 points. Okay, so you're going to get 4,500 points for 9 on the Elite. You're going to get 1,350 points for 9 on the starter pack. Okay, because you get 150 points on that. Okay, now if you do 180 presentations, you'll bring in 18 associates, but don't you think you can get at least 30 customers from that? Probably more than 30 customers, but I'm just saying, bring in, that's not even 20% to be customers. So if you, out of the 180 presentations, got 18 to be associates, 30 to be customers, those 30 customers just order $100 of something. Well, you're going to get 200 points for every customer that comes in and orders something for $100. Okay. So 30 times 200 points on those customers, you would bring in 6,000 points there just in the customers. Who's excited about that? Okay, I just want to see if people are getting excited about this plan, because I'm telling you, you can absolutely do this. You absolutely can. Like, there's no excuses. I'm taking all the excuses away from you. Okay, let's go back now. Okay, so far you have 6,000 plus 4,500 plus 1,350. You actually have almost qualified for this, plus 500 points for Trinot Academy. You've actually almost qualified for the trip just by doing that. But we also want to make $5,000 a month by October 1st, right? Like, who is excited about having October, November, December, an extra 5,000 a month coming in, and then all of, next year? Like, that would be so exciting. So the key is not only bringing the associates in, but getting them excited about this plan. Okay, just think about this. What if you had more than one of you doing this? Like, you get excited about this plan, but you get one other associate in your team doing this with you. What if you got 3 other associates doing this with you starting right now, like one in each line? If you brought in an extra 25,000 in volume in 3 different lines for the next 4 months, like, would that be exciting? Okay, I want you to think about duplicating yourself, not you just doing this by yourself, but as people join your team, showing them this plan, showing them that, listen, if we commit to 1 hour a day, like, there's no reason why we can't be walking the beaches of the world. There's no reason why you can't make an extra $5,000 a month. What I'm showing you is actually a plan to go sapphire in the next 4 months. So your brand new associate, you showing them how they can do this with you, that's key. Okay. So it's not just you doing this, but thinking about leading your team in doing this. That's when we exploded many years ago, is when it wasn't just me doing this, but I showed my team the power of us doing this together. I got 6 other people, 2 people in 3 lines to do it with me. And that's how within 60 days, we brought in over 300 people. And then the following month had 1,000 people join and then led to all over the place. Okay. So the key is you getting your team excited as soon as they join, get them on a welcome call, getting them tied into your upline. And then we're going to get 4 of those associates. So remember, you brought in 18 new associates. Your goal is to get 4 of those associates to Jade. You get 4 of those associates to Jade. For every person that you bring in and get them to Jade, you're going to get 500 points for doing that. So if you got 4 to Jade, that's 2,000 points for you. And let's just say 1 of them went Pearl, that's 2,000 points. And 1 of those associates out of 18 went Ruby. That's 4,000 points. You would create 20,350 points just by doing that. And there's no reason, if you bring in 18 people, why you can't help 6 people rank up to something, okay? Either Jade, Pearl, or Ruby. Now, if you don't make the Ruby happen, guess what? It's still okay. I know that you can, but if you don't make, like help somebody go Ruby in the 4 months, you need to qualify for this trip 12,000 points for the hotel, okay, for 4 days and 3 nights. For the hotel with the travel stipend, it's 16,000 points. Okay, so I just showed you how to do 20,350 points. What I'm telling you is there's no excuses. This is just giving you a plan. If you did this by September 30th, you could be a sapphire. Just by, let's say you have no volume at all right now today, 0 volume, and you just decide today, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to make it happen. You can be a sapphire by September 30th and qualify for this trip with 20,000 plus points. Who is excited about this? If you're excited, I want to see a 2. Just drop a 2. I just want to make sure everybody's with me, excited. Okay, I see lots of 2s. I love it. I love it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Now we're going to go. We're just going to make it happen. And so I am going to drop this little plan. It's not fancy, but I'm going to drop this little plan in the featured section of Power Players so that you have a game plan to go. Here's what I'm going to tell you. The steps: first, decide when you're going to do this. Like every day, get committed. Get your family committed. Say, I am going to, at this time, every single day, I'm going to be working on my business. I'm going to be reaching out to people, as many people as I can. I'm going to be doing this. Decide how you're going to go do those 10 asks a day. It is so simple. The more people you connect with, the more people that you ask that question to, the more business partners you're going to get, the more customers you're going to get, the more money you're going to make. So your goal every single day should just be, who am I going to talk to today? Who am I going to ask today? This question. And I promise you, if you do that, you're going to do some awesome things. Now, one little tip I'm going to tell you, if you're doing this all through social media, you can use AI to help you get like people's talents. And because I love to say, listen, Stephanie, I see you. I love everything that you're doing. I love your positivity. I love your motivation. I love your inspiration, whatever it is. Okay. But you can actually take somebody's profile, drop it into ChatGPT and say, give me 3 strengths that this person has. Okay. Just from their profile, or give me 3 things that you notice about them. Okay. And then when you're reaching out to people, it's very simple. Now, I would suggest, because people will take action when they feel like they know you, they like you. And you can get people to like you pretty quick by just noticing their strengths, by the way. And then trust is a big thing. So stay active on social media, but I would definitely like love on one of their posts, like comment, support them when you're reaching out. This is a little tip, but the key is just do it. Okay. Just do it every single day. Go through the numbers. Get excited that you did the plan. And just remember, it's a numbers game. I mean, you saw 900 asks, only 20%. If it's cold market, will probably commit. Now, I will tell you, warm market, if I were you, if you know people and you're not reaching out to them, you are crazy. That's your low hanging fruit. Reach out to those people now. Okay. All of the people that you know, you should be talking to them. If they are breathing, you should be talking to them. Okay. You should be thinking in that way. Okay. You guys are awesome. I am so excited. I can't wait to be walking the beaches with all of you. We're going to be in Punta Mita as well as make 2025 holiday season your best holiday season ever because you're going to be having that extra $5,000 a month coming in. So be focused on that, get committed to that, and you can do it. Okay. Love you all. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see all of you at all of our events this week. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.